Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Well, y'all, I come this morning to inspire you, to encourage you. Yes, Lord, I thank you. I come to encourage someone this morning. I come to inspire someone this morning. Yes, I thank you. I thank you right now, Lord, for what's about to take place. I thank you for the change that's about to take place on this day. I thank you, God, for allowing us to see a brand new day. Good morning. Yes, Lord, I thank you. A day that we'll never see again. I thank you, God, for allowing us to witness this day. Yes, the title of my message this morning is, It's Time to Level Up. It's time to level up. Y'all, I knew that this morning was going to be different because before I could even get out my bed this morning, he had me praying. He had me calling some things out like I had never called out before. And God, I just thank you. I knew that today was going to be different. Y'all, I don't know what it is that God has told you to do, but you allowing fear to hold you back. But I come to do roll call this morning. I come to do roll call this morning. Good morning. I come to do roll call this morning. No longer will fear hold you back. It's time. It's a new day. It's a new year. Come on, y'all. It's a new day. It's a new year. It's time to level up. Some of y'all waiting for somebody to come and grab your hand and tell you, come on. Somebody waiting for that call for somebody to tell you, okay, now's the time. Well, at the end of the day, I come to tell you, now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time for you to level up. Now is the time for you to do. Stop putting it off. Stop procrastinating. Do what God has told you to do. You know what? He said that he'll give us the desires of our hearts if we just trust him. And then God give you the desires of your heart. He waiting on you to step out. He already done said, okay? He already done said, okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Done laid the red carpet out for you. He already done laid it out for you. And you won't even walk. He already done laid it out and you won't even walk. Good morning. Yes, he has already laid the red carpet out for you and you won't even walk. Stop holding back. Stop holding back on God. Stop sitting down on God. What is it that he has told you to do? It's time for you to level up. Because I'm going to tell you what God told me this morning. You know what? Instead of leveling up, help me, Lord. Some people leveling down. Baby. Don't go in reverse, baby. Go forward. It's time to level up. It's time to go on to that next level. But see, some of us, y'all, we'll get out there and we'll get like Peter did. We'll get afraid. We'll get afraid. But God said, keep your eyes on me. Keep your eyes on me and level up, baby. Do what I told you to do. I got you. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you keep looking around at the world, if you keep looking around for people in the world to validate you, baby, you ain't going to never get there. Because this right here is a lonely walk, baby. At the end of the day, I ain't going to say that every day going to be lonely. I ain't going to say that every day going to be lonely. But a lot of your days will be lonely. When you're leveling up, baby, it's a process. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. But it's worth it. It's worth it because when you see that at the end of the day, first of all, that I made it. Second of all, that you know what? It's some people who say, you know what? That if you can do it, I know that I can do it. At the end of the day, that through your life, you begin to encourage others. I'm telling you, y'all, it's time now to level up. Stop leveling down. Stop leveling down. And see, honey, it makes tears come to my eyes. That at the end of the day, instead of us leveling up, going on about our Father business, living the life that he has created for you to live, that he has purpose for you to live, we'll level down. We'll be mad with other people for leveling up and doing the very thing that God has told them to do. And you watching them walk in their truth and walk in their purpose, living out their dreams, reaching their goals. And we'll be mad, y'all. we'll be mad, y'all, because we watching them go on. And we know that what God has put in us is so big. It's so great. But you know what? You're sitting there fighting against yourself. How I'm going to do that? What they going to think about me? I don't look right. I don't talk right. Well, as I told you the other day, baby, you better start speaking life into yourself. You better start looking at yourself the way God look at you, the way that God sees you, the things that God telling you that you are. Yes, sometimes we have to unlearn and relearn. And when we relearn, go on. What go in the Bible comes to say? He said, you know what? Run on. You got to run on. Don't be slow about it. Don't be slow about it. Run on and see what the end gonna be like. Yes, it's gonna be marvelous. It's gonna be marvelous. Now is the time, y'all, to level up. To level up. It's so many people that God, well, each one of us, that God has put great and amazing things on the inside of us. And we're the only ones who can carry out the assignment. We're the only ones who can carry out the assignment. I can't carry out the assignment that God put in you. You can't carry out the assignment that God put in me. Only I can do that. Only I can do that. That's when, you know what? As I always say, until I get up out of here, I'm going to continue to tell people at the end of the day, tap into the greatness that God has placed on the inside of you. Because we all got it. We all got it. He sent us here with purpose. We just got to tap in. The same way that you tap into the God that's on the inside of you. Yes. Because you know what? It's right there that you're gonna find it all. The peace, the understanding, the wisdom. It's right there. Just waiting on you. Just waiting on you to step out. To step out. Because it takes faith. It takes faith to step out. What I always say, we have to learn how to master the art of blindness. To master the art of blindness. That's reason sometimes when y'all see people up on a stage where a lot of people at, they'll close their eyes. Because they don't want to see the people, because that fear will start to come up. So you want to block it all out. It's the same way is mastering the art of blindness. That at the end of the day, you know what? You can't see none of it. You can't see what's ahead of you, but you trust in God. You can't see what's ahead of you, but you trust in God. And when you learn to live your life that way, that at the end of the day, see, I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. But God, I trust you that all things are working for my good. That all things are working for my good. That we begin to master the art of blindness. It's right there, y'all. It's right there. But it's time to level up. It's time to level up. Stop holding back. Stop staying stagnated, staying right there on that same level that you've been on for the last 20 years. For the last 20 years, you've been right there. Too afraid to move. Too afraid to live. Too afraid to do. Too afraid to speak. But you know what? At the end of the day, see, the devil want to keep you right there. Because he know if you get loose, if you take that first step, he know that some lives are going to be changed, that you're going to make a difference. I'm telling you, take the first step. Take the first step. Keep your eyes on God and watch him allow you to take step after step after step after step after step to the point that you'll begin to speak the things that it blow your mind when you speak it. That it blow your mind when you speak the words out of your mouth that God has poured down on the inside of you. That it blows your mind. It's time to level up, y'all. it's time to level up. And you know what? And you leveling up, you talking about being where you want to be. See, in the beginning, at the end of the day, it ain't like things change overnight because it's a process. But see, I'm a witness. I know that at the end of the day, what I always tell you, if you continue to stay consistent, just keep taking step after step after step. And you watch your whole life change. You watch your whole life change. I've seen it in my own life. I've seen it in other people's life. I've seen it time and time again. I think about my sister, Latoya Okia, her ministry. That at the end of the day, how she talks about, even with her weight goals, how that, you know what, when she first started off, that the place that she was at, and she wanted to be at a different weight level. But now, when you look at her older videos, and you look at her now, she looked like a whole different person. And she said, even people commented on like, okay, I looked at your older videos, you don't even look like the person that you are now. Because she looked like the way that God saw her all along. So we have to trust the process. We have to trust the process. And even as I think about, she talks about the weight loss journey, but even for her speaking journey, that how her voice has changed, how much bolder it is today than it was back then. I want to say about 4 years ago. That just goes to show the difference of how when we begin to level up, that it's a process, y'all. Start right there where you are. And that's what I always tell people. Come as you are. Come as you are. Because that's what the Word of God tells us, to come to Him as we are. And if you're going to come to God as you are, you know what? If you doing what God has told you to do, you walking in your truth and your purpose, you should be able to come as you are. You ain't got to get right for the way you look, the size that you are, the way that you want your hair to be before that you can step out. No. You come the way that you are right now. You level up right now. And you watch God change your entire life right before your very eyes. It's right there. It's right there. Y'all, it's time out for sitting down and complaining. It's time for us to stand up, start walking, start stepping, and leveling up, going to the next level, trusting God that He got you, that He has prepared the way for you. Because when you know it, you just don't believe it, but you know it, you can walk better. You can walk better. You can step better. Because now you know God has cleared the way. He has made the path. I'm doing the things that God has purposed for me to do. See, I'm going to be able to go some places that God, He has already set the table. He has already set the table. Just waiting on you. Just waiting on you. Y'all, it's time. Now is the time. Don't wait. Don't wait. See, I can't tell you what you got in you. You know what you got in you. You have to start speaking those things out loud. You have to start speaking those things out loud. And God, I'm going to tell you how it goes. Because for me, I remember back in 2017 sitting at my table. And the things that I was speaking, I speak it down low. Nobody in the house but me. What you whispering it for? Because that fear. That fear. Now ain't that crazy? Like ain't nobody in the house but you. Can't nobody hear it but you. But you still gonna say it down low. This fear. This fear, and it messing with your belief system, because you know what, you at this point you're afraid to say it. But oh God, you know what? Let the God in you stand up. Let the God in you stand up, and you start speaking, and you speak it boldly. At the end of the day, if God say that at the end of the day you a millionaire, then at the end of the day, then you know what, you a millionaire. And you know it's not about riches, it's about wealth. It's about generational wealth. Because some people think, you know what, well, you know what, they just want to get rich. No, that ain't what it's about. See, level up. Don't think about yourself. Just don't think about yourself. Think about your children. Think about your spouse. Think about your grandchildren. Think about your great-grandchildren. Yeah, come on, y'all. What about generational wealth? Because when we begin to level up, see, at the end of the day, it's not just the money. It's not just the money. See, because wealth come in various forms. Wealth come in various forms. What about the knowledge? What about the knowledge that you're able to give your children? What about the wisdom that you're able to give your children? Come on, y'all. At the end of the day, all right, keep staying stuck. Keep staying stuck. Keep wanting to stay right there. Then, you know, at the end of the day, you won't get there. You got to learn how to level up. You got to learn how to go to that next step. To go to that next step. You and God. Because I'm telling you, y'all, that at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna grab your hand and say, come on. And if somebody grabbing your hand and say, come on, you know what? You better say, Lord, is this the right person who you want grabbing my hand talking about, come on. You better consult him first. You better make sure that the Father's letting you know, okay, yeah, this is it. Go on. That you want to make sure that at the end of the day, this right here, I always tell people, it's a personal walk between you and God. That at the end of the day, it is you and him. Yeah, other people might eventually come along, but at the end of the day, it's between you and him. When it comes to leveling up, that at the end of the day, that has to be that personal relationship between you and God. Between you and God. Because at the end of the day, baby, them lonely days, them lonely nights, and when them tears flooding your face, baby, good morning, when those tears flooding your face, at the end of the day, you want to make sure that at the end of the day, that you know God is with me. That I know God called me to do this. This is God's purpose for my life. That he'll give you peace. He'll give you comfort. That you ain't outside of God's will for your life. That you know without a shadow of a doubt that this is what God would have me to do. And it's right there, y'all. It's right there. Level up. Level up. Level up. Stop worrying about what other people gonna think. Don't worry about what other people gonna say. Because God alone is the one who keeps you. Make God your source. Make God your source. When you start looking at that at the end of the day, if you working on your job, if you got a business, however you make your money, God allowed that to be in place for you to make your money. God has to become your source. That if God didn't provide the business with the funding, then you know what? There would be no business. If God did not allow the workplace to have the funding that it has, you would have no workplace. That at the end of the day, we have to know. We have to know with everything in us that God is making the way. And if he was to withdraw his hands from us, that at the end of the day, it would be no more. So we have to know that at the end of the day, when God is our source, it don't matter if it seems like we're in the desert. Because you know what? At the end of the day, God will bring water in the desert, even if you have to bring it out of a rock. That at the end of the day, he'll get you what you need. He will get you what you need. Stop worrying about what you ain't got. Stop worrying about what you ain't got. And think about what you do got. Because if you got God on your side, baby, you on the winning side and you cannot fail. You cannot fail. For God's name's sake, you cannot fail. Because he said his word would not return void. Y'all, it's time to level up, baby. We're going to the next level. We're going to the next level. Get on board. Because it's time to level up. No excuses. No excuses. It's time to level up. All right, y'all. As I always say, hold your head up. Keep a smile on your face. And don't you dare let the day end without making a difference in somebody else's life. Y'all, the small things. Just giving an encouraging word to somebody. A smile, y'all. If you able to help somebody in other ways, then help them. But I always tell people it's the small things, the things that we don't even think nothing of. That blesses somebody's soul. Now, when somebody tell you, child, you bless my soul, that at the end of the day, baby, you touched them. I think about the lady who touched the hem of Jesus' garment. That at the end of the day, it's almost like that. You touch that person in a way that changes their life. Y'all, I'm telling you, don't let the day end without making a difference in somebody else's life. All right, y'all. Go on out there. Level up. Let that out. Let it out. Stop being boxed in. Stop being cased in. Let it out. That what God has put in you. That when you speak it, you say it so low that you know what? You don't want nobody else to hear it. Even when you're in the room by yourself. Baby, it's right there. All right. Bye-bye. Have a great day.